Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. Got it right this time. So I've come on now to show you project number 3 from June 2020, Class in a Box. So this time it's this card, which actually a lot of people think is complicated, but it's actually very, very easy. It's a very easy card to do. So again, it's from the lovely used stamp set which you all purchased, and I need those stamps. I just need one other from the box. Oh no, I need a sentiment as well. Like that miles apart but still in my heart. That's nice. Just because it's a nice one too, isn't it? Anyway, I might leave the sentiment off this one because I have got a reason I need to do a couple of cards. So, but I do need this little flower here. So let's take this one. Now, if you've put the stickers on your stamps, in fact, if you've got your first stamp set there, take your time about putting the stickers on. I think I've done a few videos where I show how to do that. If not, ask me to find you one. Anyway, this is this one. So in this pack you've got black card bases and white. You might have a couple of envelopes in this one. I gave you envelopes in some of them, but not in all of them. I didn't promise envelopes in this one. So you can use any C6 envelopes that you have for your cards. And of course, I sell the lovely envelopes. Right, so that's basically, you're going to stamp on this and stick it on there, and that'll be job done. Obviously you can line the inside of your card. I haven't, and this one I will do when I go to use it. Well, it depends on the purpose at the time of what I want. So I put the blank card base out of my way at the moment. I haven't properly cleaned my stamps, so I think I better do that first because I've just finished filming the ones where I did the embossing. So they've got the sticky ink on, so I'm going to give them a good old wipe over. You can, the ink, the Versamark ink washes off pretty well. I quite often just do them in warm water, but if I feel the need I will add a bit of washing up liquid. And I can just dab it dry with my microfiber cloth. You don't want to use any cloths that might leave you with fibres on your stamp because they'll just spoil your work. Right, so there the stamps ready. I'm going to use the Memento black ink in this project. I want to use this, and now I have paper tape here which I often use for masking. It's from that company, you know, that makes sticky notes. I use that quite often for this type of project, but I'm just going to show you a different way to do that. So what if you see in this card, I want a stripe masked off to stamp on over to that side. So I use my grid paper. You just have to use whatever you've got to help you get straight. So I'm going to put the edge of the paper. I need to tidy up a bit because I've got stuff everywhere. Maybe you don't need quite as big a piece of paper, but anyway, use the straight edge of your copy paper. Now you want to make sure that's straight before you... In fact, you know what it might be worth doing is just, I use a bit of washi tape. I'm just going to... You'll have to work out what works best for you. I mean, some of you already stampers. Some of you are artists, so you probably have some low-tack masking tape. I'm just going to pop a bit there to stop this moving, because it would look a bit odd if it got a bit squint. So let's just put a bit of tape there just to stop this sliding all over the place. I'm also going to use it to, I'm wondering if that edge is probably long enough, so let's just, obviously you could use the torn edge because that can give you a very arty look. So I'm putting this in line with the black line that's coming down the middle here. As you see, I'm trying to get my paper straight, and then I'll just use that tape to fix that to the table. That's not going to move. And then another straight edge. Decide how wide you want your strip to be. I've gone with 3 centimetres here. I'll just get some more tape ready to. I just want that to be on the edge. Do you know what? I need to make sure I actually started filming. I'm having a bit of a... Let me just stop for a minute and check my camera. Yes, we're filming. I had a funny feeling there that I might not be. It'd be so typical of me. Right, so basically all I'm doing is masking off the area that I want to work on. And then I've got to take part in a colour, I've not got to, I want to take part in a colour challenge. I'm a bit time compromised. So these are the colours in a challenge. So I'm going, obviously in this one I used Gorgeous Grape, Mango Melody and Flirty Flamingo. So this colour challenge that I'm taking part as part of one of the teams I'm in, it's Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green and Daffodil Delight. Apparently these are on trend summer colours, so we'll see what happens here. So again, I'm just going to take, I've got more of these finger daubers. I have a box of them and usually I just match up the colour, but just for today I'm treating myself to some new ones. I usually keep one for each kind of colour family. But so anyway, just ink up onto your dauber from your pad and just gently. Now I think on this one I kind of had a slope. You're just gently, because you don't want to lift your paper. You can do any kind of, you can daub it, build your colour up that way, or you can use circular motions, but just keep adding your colour. Make sure it is very thin paper that you use here, because we are going to stamp here as well. So just add your colour. You can come in from the edge of the paper, it's quite a good way to add it. And then I'm going to go with, I don't know whether I'm going to go with yellow and then green. Yeah, I might do. We'll just bring this down a bit. Can blend the colours in the middle. Then pick up the yellow. Nice and juicy, my daffodil yellow one. Obviously, my Gorgeous Grape one's obviously needing re-inked. I'm kind of making it look a bit sloped. And then another one for the Granny Apple Green. I might go over the Gorgeous Grape one again. So again, I'm just, and work over the bit where the two colours merge. As I say, it just depends on what effect you want. So if you do that, you kind of get a bokeh effect. You're going to stamp over it anyway, so it just, whatever you do adds interest, but just do a wee whirl there and blend your colours. Then I'm going to go back in with a bit more Gorgeous Grape because I feel I want that a bit, I don't know, I just do want it a bit darker. Right. Maybe a bit more Granny Apple Green in there. As I said before, you can add more, you can't take it away, so once it's on there you're kind of committed. And then I'll just go for a wee bit with the yellow again just to blend it in there. Right, so that's enough just to show you, you take your time or take more time, you know, just keep adding and just to give you some background there. I'm not too happy with this blendy bit here actually, but the more you mess, the worse you make it. That's a bit better. I'm going to stamp over it, so I'm going to close these inks. And I'm going to use my Memento here. And so I'm going to go in with the flower first. I'm pressing down quite firmly because I'm trying to take into account the edge of that copy paper as well. To make up your own redesign, that's fine. And then take the leaf. And push it down quite firmly. Well, I had to stop that. I'll have to join these two bits of film together. My dear husband called me. I'll finish it off because I don't want to move anything on my desk. Maybe a bit more here. Just whatever. Oh, see, I've made a mistake there. I've pressed too hard into the ink and got a bit of ink on the edge of the stamp. So what I'm going to do is just have another bit of leaf there to distract from that. And maybe one a bit up here. And have a bit coming in here maybe. It's hard to know when to stop. Right, I'm going to stop. No, I'm going to have another wee bit here. Right, I need to stop now. I'm overdoing it. Close the ink up. Make sure your hands are clean, because like don't have black ink on. And then it's time for the grand reveal. So loosen the tape. There you go. I like that effect. I think it's really a good effect. And then just take the tape off there. You have to be really careful when you're sponging onto the paper though that you don't lift. And I might have just very slightly there, but it's not spoiling the look. So I'm thinking that I've done that one a wee bit narrower than that one, so maybe that one was like 3.5. But it doesn't matter, it's just, it's quite effective too. So then all I'm going to do is stick that onto the card. And will I put a sentiment on? It looks a bit odd without one, doesn't it? Let's have, what will we put on this one? Trust me, you're lovely. Can I find it? There's a novel idea. Look from the back and you can read them. Just be careful pulling them out, that you don't pull them apart. And then just want to have a look. I'm just cleaning that. There's a bit of ink on there which I don't want. And then I'll get a memento. Again, you might want to make sure your stamp's straight on your block, but because if you put the stickers on you can kind of see where you're going. So I've inked up my sentiment and then I'm just going to take it in about here. Trust me, you're lovely. And then stick it on. Why did I not? I never put my glue back in the jar. Oh. Hold it still and turn it over and give it a good old press down. Just make sure the glue and paper make proper contact and it just flattens it. So there you go, miles apart but still in my heart. Trust me, you're lovely. A nice easy card. Then you can add, do you know, you could add a bit of embellishment on there if you wanted. You could easily, you know, put some, even my good tweezers are, oh here they are, that's better, they're better for this job. So again, I might just do my wee trio there. These are better tweezers that I've, you could finish it off like that. Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, thank you very, very much. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and pop in and see some of my other videos as I go, because you'll pick up a lot of other tips, and also there's lots of other people on YouTube there with loads to share. So thank you very much once again, and hopefully I'll be back in a minute or two with the fourth project, which is actually the easiest project. So there is, I've done them all back to front, so you can work them whatever way you want. Anyway, thank you very much. See you soon.